Thank you to everyone joining us today for our devotional on gratitude. Especially as we get into the holiday season here, Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's more important than ever to focus on gratitude. This year has been an exceptionally difficult year to remain grateful and thinking about the good in the world. I get that. We've had a lot of negative things going on in the world today. So just want to share a few of my own thoughts today through this devotional. So if you were able to grab one of these attitude of gratitude journals, I hope you've enjoyed going through it. One of the first things in the little journal that we have is research links a grateful disposition with optimal well-being. Not only that, but research shows that you can train yourself to have a positive impact on your attitude through daily gratefulness exercises. I also saw something the other day that said just 3 positive, happy thoughts every day for 21 days can help retrain and rewire your brain to start thinking more happier thoughts again if you're starting to kind of pigeonhole, especially with everything going on this year. So trying that exercise, if that would be right for you, I think that'd be a great exercise. If you haven't got one of these journals and you would like one as we get into December, please let myself know or Ryan or Allie and we can get you one of those. It's just a bunch of different things that you can do for 10 days just to get your mind thinking in a more positive mindset and just having that attitude of gratitude and ways to boost your mood. So let me know if you'd like one of those or if you want to try the 21-day writing 3 happy or positive thoughts down every day for 21 days and see how that makes you feel and just kind of getting back into a happy mindset. If you've kind of lost that a little bit, it's been easy to do this year. I just want to kick off first with a little poem I wrote. That's one thing I've done in 2020 is gotten back to my poetry writing. So I just want to share a little poem with you entitled Gratitude in 2020. Gratitude might look a little different this year, visiting from afar because no one can come near. Gratitude this year might be a little harder to find. We all just need to get our thoughts realigned. There are plenty of things we can be grateful for, like getting our groceries delivered straight to our door. Thankful for our computer and phone, the internet is helping us fix things on our own. Grateful for good food to eat and all the extra time we have to kick up our feet. A completely new meaning of I'll take it to go. Now I can eat dinner and watch my favorite show. Thankful for technology to talk with family and friends about the things we hope to do when this comes to an end. More grateful than ever for workers in healthcare doing a job most of us would not even dare. Thankful for apps like FaceTime and Zoom, almost makes it feel like someone else is in the room. The importance of gratitude is at an all-time high. It might not be easy, but we must all try. Take time to be grateful for the smallest of things. You'll be thankful for all of the joy that it brings. Just a fun little poem that I decided to write here as I was thinking about a devotion on gratitude. Just something to think about for yourself, just the littlest things, being grateful for them this year. There's always someone who might be a little worse off, and I've been doing a lot of different research on gratitude lately, and I've been on a couple different gratitude social media threads. And that's what works for me right now. Besides my 2 little boys and my wonderful family, seeing all the news and everything, it just kind of helps me get realigned again. So I do have a couple readings that I want to read to you from a book called Jesus Calling, Enjoy Peace in His Presence, just a little devotional book that I like to read through as well. So I'm going to just start with one in chat just briefly and go into the other one. As you sit quietly in my presence, let me fill your heart and mind with thankfulness. This is the most direct way to achieve a thankful stance. If your mind needs a focal point, gaze at my love poured out for you on the cross. Remember that nothing in heaven or on earth can separate you from that love. This remembrance builds a foundation of gratitude in you, a foundation that circumstances cannot shake. As you go through this day, Look for tiny treasures strategically placed along the way. I lovingly go before you and plant little pleasures to brighten your day. Look carefully for them and pluck them one by one. When you reach the end of the day, you will have gathered a lovely bouquet. Offer it up to me with a grateful heart. Receive my peace as you lie down to sleep, with thankful thoughts playing a lullaby in your mind. Romans 8:38 through 39 and Psalm 4:7 and 8. So just kind of playing off that gratitude piece there throughout your day, just picking out those little things that you're grateful for, write them down, hold them in your heart, whatever it is, and then going to sleep at night and just thinking about those things and having a grateful heart. I'm going to read one more out of this book that I really enjoyed. Thankfulness takes the sting out of adversity. That is why I have instructed you to give thanks for everything. There is an element of mystery in this transaction. You give me thanks regardless of your feelings, and I give you joy regardless of your circumstances. This is a spiritual act of obedience, at times blind obedience. To people who don't know me intimately, it can seem irrational and even impossible to thank me for heart-rending hardships. Nonetheless, those who obey me in this way are invariably blessed, even though difficulties may remain. Thankfulness opens your heart to my presence and your mind to my thoughts. You may still be in the same place with the same set of circumstances, but it is as if a light has been switched on, enabling you to see from my perspective. It is this light of my presence that removes the sting from adversity. I think we've had plenty of adversity this year. A couple of the books that this comes from, Ephesians 5:20, Psalm 118, verse 1, and Psalm 89, verse 15. So I thought that one kind of rang true this year with all of the adversity that we have been facing. So I thought that would be a fun one to read as well. There were a couple other quotes that I saw that I thought I would share. I know I'm kind of hopping all over the place, but I'm hoping that I can kind of hit a couple different people and help you in where you're at today. So the first one I have is the most powerful weapon against your daily battles is finding the courage to be grateful anyways. So again, finding the courage to be grateful anyways, when the most powerful weapon against your daily battles is finding the courage to be grateful. So I think that's sometimes powerful for myself is, you know what, we might have a hardship, but try and be grateful anyways, kind of tying this all together. Another one I saw, repetitive complaining will attract things for you to complain about. Repeated gratitude will attract things for you to be thankful about. I really liked that one too. Again, coming back to that repeated gratitude and thinking about 3 things every day. Repeated gratitude will attract things for you to be thankful about, and just wrapping your mind around the gratitude instead of what things might go wrong. Gratitude helps you see what is there instead of what isn't. If you think about that one, gratitude helps you see what's there instead of what isn't. So those were a couple fun actually, let's do a couple more. I really liked this one. Gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. That one was from William Arthur Ward. Really enjoyed that one. There's this one that I think kind of rings true right now with what we've got going in the world. No matter how good or bad you think life is, wake up each day and be thankful for life. Someone somewhere else is fighting to survive, especially through COVID and everything we have going on. One last one here I'll give to you. Some days are better, some days are worse. Look for the blessing instead of the curse. Be positive, stay strong, and get enough rest. You can't do it all, but you can be your best. So just thinking about that one, we're going to have good days, we're going to have bad days, but just thinking about the good ones more so than the bad to try and help us get through these dark days. I know we keep seeing and talking about how this winter might be a dark one this winter, but practice your gratitude, mindfulness, whatever you need to do. Keep that in the back of your mind always as we continue to go through the winter. I know the winter is always a little bit harder and it can be really difficult as we go through the holidays and get into January and February, where we feel like we can't go outside, we can't get the sunshine. Just continue to practice your gratitude as we go through all of this. And if COVID continues to get worse, then just remind yourself, look at the bright days. We're all going to have bad days. That is going to happen. But just trying to stay as positive as we can. One more from a book. I don't know if anybody has seen or heard of Hoda's gratitude book. I love all of the different gratitude books. My mom and I kind of share a few different books. But I looked at a couple of hers. She has some great quotes and some different mindfulness topics as well. But one of her quotes was, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others." So I'll say that again. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. And that is from Marcus Tullis Sierra. And with each of those, she kind of goes into a little thing about her own life and what she has, but it's kind of fun. And so if you need to find a book on gratitude or whatever that is, I like to have one little thing fun everything in the morning for myself to get my day kicked off. And I try to remind myself throughout the day, things come up and we all have those moments. But again, like we talked about in the beginning, kind of picking those little things throughout the day that you are grateful for as you go to sleep at night, and kind of getting that bouquet so you can think about those things, think about the good things, not just the bad. There are sometimes we need to think through those bad things and how maybe that could have happened better, but really trying to focus on the good. With that being said, there's a lot of talk on mental health throughout COVID as well, and especially as we get into the holidays, that can trigger anxiety and depression. So don't be afraid to reach out to someone if you need someone to talk to. It is a real thing, breaking down the stigma of mental health. There are a lot of people struggling with it, so don't feel like you're alone with that. If you need someone to talk to, you can reach out to me or your doctor. It doesn't need to be anyone here on campus. Reach out to someone and let somebody know that you are struggling, and we're going to help get you the resources here. We can get one of our chaplains to your room. We can get you on the phone with somebody here. Otherwise, talk to a doctor, see what your options are, but just know that you're not alone in that, especially as we go through the holiday season, as we dig further into the winter, and especially with COVID, it's easy to get into that mindset. So please let us know how we can help, and I hope you enjoyed my all over the place gratitude devotional, but just giving you a few things to think about as we get into the holiday season here, and as we get into the winter. So always feel free to reach out if you would like to chat. Thank you. Bye.